well. Have you been watching anything else?
Yeah. I watched the season premiere of Walking Dead. It is more Walking Dead. So if you didn't like Walking Dead, you're not gonna like it. And at this point, it's still chugging along. It's still one of the most viewed, if not, I think the most viewed TV show at the current moment. Slow moving. It's following the comics pretty much 1-to-1. I get, situations are different, but it's kind of following this general template of where it's going. So yeah, once again, I'm enjoying it. I'm a big fan of Walking Dead. So I don't mind a slow moving show, and that's the thing. A lot of people complain, they're zombies, but they just talk around for 45 minutes and don't do anything, so. But once again, Walking Dead's still good. The cast do good performances. We'll see where this goes, because, once again, they need to up their game. Ever since, midway through last season, I think they had a lot of backlash, with the whole Negan character and everything, but,
Well, I don't watch Walking Dead. I don't know. I think I just didn't get on the Walking Dead train when it initially came out.
Yeah,
and now
have you watched any episodes at all?
No, none at all. I know some of the characters, as you mentioned, Negan and
you got Rick and Carl, Coral. Yeah.
So I know characters, and I know a little bit about Walking Dead, but I in terms of what's happening. What season is it currently on?
8, I think.
8. That's insane.
Yeah. Once again, that's the thing. It's for me. Yeah. No. Continue what you were going to say.
No. I was just going to say, what's going on this season? Are they any closer to, I don't know, finding a cure or?
Well, that's the thing. The conceit of the Walking Dead comic was, the creator Robert Kirkman was like, I hate in movies for zombies, that it gets wrapped up very quickly and the government comes and that's it. And the comic book and extension from the TV show, it's supposed to be one of those things where it doesn't really end. There's not necessarily supposed to be an end. This is in the show and in the comic book, it establishes everything's gone. Literally 90% of the population of the world is gone. There's no government. There's no nothing. It's time to kind of rebuild. And I think and that was kind of the conceited thing. It's just living and growing. But we're at the point of the comic books and the TV show where zombies aren't necessarily the biggest threat. It's the humans. Because they have a big revelation where they just say, the zombies aren't really the threat. We can take care of them easy. It's just trying to establish a new order government, with these people that are kind of crazy. And that's kind of where it's kind of, gone with the comic book now, where, they have to deal with these kind of crazy psychopathic people and, being we have to be nice, but we have to establish rules and the whole kind of thing. So, once again, the Walking Dead the TV show it's gonna happen what Game of Thrones did, is that the TV show is probably gonna catch up to the comic book, and then it might veer off, it might not, because the, comic book creator is one of the producers and kind of same writer. So I wouldn't be surprised if, he does something different where the characters in the comic book who die, they do die in the TV show, but they slightly die in different ways.
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, once again, it's pretty much open up to interpretation at this point. Once again, you should really watch at least the first season. I think the first season had only 8 episodes or 6 episodes for the whole season.
Really?
Yeah, they did some sort of weird test, maybe because of budget, and they just didn't know if it was going to be a big hit.
Fair enough.
But they did it, and I still think the first season's the most solid. I think the pilot itself, was the pilot I really love. It's the first season, and the pilot was directed by Frank Darabont, who did what is it called? Was that prison movie that everyone liked with Morgan Freeman?
Oh, Green Mile?
Wait, no, the other one.
Oh,
Shawshank Redemption, yeah.
Oh, Shawshank Redemption, yeah.
So that's Frank Darabont. So he wrote and directed the first season of Walking Dead, and it's got a very epic scale, and it sets up the whole world. And that pilot's still one of the best episodes, and it kind of goes off in different tangents, but just watch that.
I've heard the second season isn't that great. Is that the one where they're on the farm?
Yeah, that one had a lot of trouble because midway through the season, they fired Frank Darabont because everyone's like, it's going too slow, they're talking and not doing anything. Then they got this new guy on and they're just more action. I think that's what people wanted. So yeah, like once again, I say give it a go. I know it's pretty daunting where it's 7 seasons, 8 seasons, but it's one of those things where, like, when you watch the first, cause that's the thing, I actually got my sister hooked on the show, midway through season 3. Like, I bought the box set. It was like this zombie head. She's like, what the hell is this? I'm like, it's a Walking Dead, and she literally marathoned the first and second season within 2 days.
Nice.
So it has that appeal, and it has that hook. But yeah, because that's the thing. I've pretty much watched every TV show that's, I think, probably above 5 seasons, 6 seasons that are like, because that's the thing. Like, I've watched my Walking Dead, my Game of Thrones, I watched my Breaking Bad, and I've watched like True Blood, which is like 8 seasons. The only thing I really haven't watched, that's one of the, I've watched Mad Men, but the only one that I really haven't watched that's above like a 5 season mark is what's it called? Sons of Anarchy. I've watched one season.
Oh, yeah.
Watched one season, but like, it's still daunting. It's like freaking 7 seasons to go. So much.
Yeah. I think it just comes to time, really. Like, there's so much like new stuff coming out. Like, we've got Stranger Things coming out like in a couple of days, really.
At this recording, tried 20 hours. So.
20 hours. Okay, so yeah, we've got 20 hours. So I'm going to be probably busy with that. That's probably going to be the subject of the next
week. Is going to be a spoiler cast. It's probably Stranger Things season 2 if we freaking marathon it though.
Oh yeah, well I'm going to. So
Well, that's the thing. Let's see if it's shit or not. But yeah, I doubt it though.
Oh yeah, I doubt it. I mean, Netflix have been doing a good job with like funding good quality stuff, such as Riverdale and Stranger Things.
Well, that's what I'm surprised about Riverdale is like, because it's a CW show, but for some reason I guess distribution pretty much overseas is just Netflix, which is pretty interesting.